A supermarket in the Netherlands. The color of bananas is now rendered in perfect yellow. Perhaps it is not very fair to display bananas under yellowish lighting. Hi, in this video lecture, I'm going to introduce you some recent issues related to emotional effect of lighting. Since Edison has invented a bulb, the light technology has rapidly progressed. Newer solutions consume less energy, emit brighter light, stay longer, and so on. In aspect of perceptual quality, the naturalness of the light source became more advanced. The color rendering index is a representative example of naturalness. Compared to this, the emotional quality of light got less attention. Perhaps there has been too few alternatives to consider this competence in relationship with emotional effect. However, since new light sources such as LEDs or OLEDs are introduced on the market, people have much more access to different light sources. Accordingly, now companies as well as consumers pay more attention to the emotional aspect of lighting. You are watching three color cubes rendered under different illuminants. First, the red is on. Only the red elements are correctly rendered here. The rendered result is poor and you do not like it either. Then let's compare the center one with the bluish one. Technically, the lighting on the right must be far more superior to the other two. However, if I'd ask you under which lighting would you like to play with this cube? Many of you would select the one in the center. Technically, the center one has a poor ability to render blue and purple hue. However, the warm atmosphere rendered here is more adequate for playing. Therefore, the excellence of emotional quality of lighting shouldn't be judged by the technical competencies. Rather, the criteria should be adjusted and adequately formulated depending on the context. Here are 4 dishes of bibimbap. Bibimbap is one of the representative Korean cuisine and often selected as a foreigner's favorite. Among the 4, which lighting makes you appetitive the most? Or if you are on diet, which is the poorest? The coordination between color of food and color of lighting is an interesting topic of emotional lighting. In such a way, you can find a number of cases where lighting color can enrich your emotional experiences. A few years ago, the Philips healthcare team demonstrated this. A child patient who was for sure extremely frustrated at this moment is given with lighting control choices. By having a right to control over the color of lighting of this room, the patient can have a perception of the dominance, which can relieve the frustration for a while. It is a study carried out by my research team. We investigated an interaction effect between lighting properties and education contents. What we concluded was, yes, there is a synergetic effect. For example, for an intensive and focused work such as individual math exercise, the lighting source with higher color temperature and brighter luminance was supportive. On the other hand, For socializing with classmates, the light source with a lower color temperature and medium luminance was more preferred. The results supported what German researchers have found a few years ago. In measuring the emotional quality, we should consider two aspects. One is based on people's subjective judgment. This is how you think or feel about the lighting. The other one is the physiological response. So it is about your bodily effect. These two response types are usually correlated, but not all the time. In order to provide a robust evidence of emotional effect, meanwhile, it is highly recommended to test both aspects. Going back to the classroom lighting, we also found that the color temperature and the illuminance of the light source is positively correlated with the bodily activation. The chart indicates the ratio of a sympathetic nervous system is getting increased. We assume that the higher math performance under 6,500 Kelvin with brighter illumination might have been related with bodily arousal. In short, students were more alert. The studies on the physiological responses to lighting are still in beginning phase. You can be the first one who can discover new emotional quality of lighting. Perhaps you can start with wishing a special lighting for your own living space. Or what about this?